Milah like this.
Make it more angled. Are you going to start?
Now I got to start over.
No, you don't. You don't know what you're doing.
I'm trying to reset the piece in this place. Obviously, it needs to because you don't know how to do things without disturbing. Put your nipple away.
No.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another beautiful episode of Love Like This. It's me, the one and only, your wonderful host, Orlando Roy. And sitting right next to me is my fiance. Hold my hand, baby, in peaceful manners. Deep breath for the podcast. The one and only, the most beautiful woman in the world, Milah Roy. Hello, my love.
Hello.
Did you like that beautiful, intimate, sensual start to the episode?
It's so wonderful.
Yeah, we definitely don't start these episodes bickering at all.
Definitely not.
Welcome back. What's going on? We're having some good episodes this month. I really enjoyed it. Have you been peeping the titles for the episodes this month?
No, why don't you tell them to me?
The first one was The Polyprofessional.
Okay,
and then
I saw that
with
one.
Kenya Stevens. The second one was The Play Professional with Michael Hollis. Then the third one, because we was partying up in Jamaica, baby, led by your boy,
The Party Professional.
Party Professional. Now you getting it. Now you're getting it. So yeah, it's been a great month full of professionalisms. Episodes.
Professionalisms?
Yeah, professional episodes, because we're professional podcasters.
We are.
We are professional podcasters because we are professional talkers. So yeah, now I've been enjoying this month's theme and this month's these months episodes and stuff like that. And I'm happy that we get to talk to some cool people and talk to each other. It feels like the original way of podcasting. Just one other person, us two. Boom, bam, pow.
What do you mean the original? What is the form now? What's the format?
I feel like there's so many different ways you can podcast now. People be doing stuff and stuff like that. But
like what?
Just simple podcasting, simple conversations, not gimmicks and stuff like that. Not people thinking that they're professional journalists that never been to college for shit like that, and doing too much. Just straight up getting to know each other and talking. And the people that we had conversations with have I feel like they've been integrated into our lives as far as Kenya and Michael, so we're like, we're cool, we're friends, and we hang out in spaces other than just coming to podcast. We are now enrolled in Kenya Stevens' Love Academy, which we're gonna get back to that in a second. And then we've been hanging out with Michael. Michael was even here in the studio yesterday getting some work done for another podcast that he was doing. So it just feels like other than just calling people up and just hey, come on our podcast and talking about them, we've had genuine conversations, organic conversations, and had these people we usually do integrate into our lives just organically as friends.
Yeah, that's the goal when you create. I mean, I think a lot of people are creating podcasts because they want, I don't know, to go viral or to make money, which is crazy. This is absolutely not what this is. This is not what happens as soon as you start a podcast. But if you're doing it for the right reasons, you will create community and find people that are like-minded. And I think that's been the beauty of us doing this. Yeah. And I mean, also for us, I think it's going to be interesting to go back years from now and have a love journal that kind of walks us through periods of our relationship, pre-engagement, post-engagement, marriage, and kids, and we'll just have, this to go look back on. So
yeah, and I've always felt like that was a strong reason why I've started podcasting not only because I thought my stories were much better than all the other podcasters. That's why I don't really consider myself a podcaster, because I don't think podcasts are really interesting. I think that I'm more interesting, and I just like to tell my stories and experiences. But also to start up community. When I was podcasting in New York, it was a lot about starting up a community of people, but specifically men that wanted to understand a different perspective about their own sexual experiences and love and accountability and all those things. And now we get to set up a community of people that want to have a love like this.
Right.
And also want to be just in a community of love. We call it, if you don't know, you people that's listening and watching through the airways, you're the lovers. Our community is called a community of lovers.
Oh, you just made that up right now?
I think it just makes sense.
Got it.
Yeah, so, for us and the lovers to just be all in one and just, and be engulfed in this experience.
You're a storyteller.
I'm a story experiencer. I don't know how great.
What do you mean a story experiencer?
My life is a story itself. Like things just.
That's you telling your own experiences, not.
Okay, well, can I come up with words and stuff that sound cool?
Sure.
Okay, great. The reason why I say I'm a quote unquote story experiencer, but yes, I am a storyteller. But I don't really have to work hard for the story to come to me. Like, I just walk outside, go places, meet people, and there's always some kind of, like, crazy story that pops up and something to tell.
You say yes.
I do say yes to the experience.
And that's what usually brings experiences. When you're open and saying yes to new experiences, I feel like the universe is robust and gives you, like, stories to tell and have experiences, because once you say yes to one thing, you say yes to something else, you say yes to something else, and then you, ta-da, you're having a pleasure-filled, fun, juicy life.
I do have a pleasure-filled, fun, juicy life. That is true. But we are here because, I want to do this on air more so than just tell it to you in person. I want to say that, drum roll, please. I apologize. I apologize to you for losing my temper and hurting myself and physically and putting us in a position that was detrimental to us because it risked some important things happening in our lives that we needed at the moment. So for those that do not know, I'm not wearing it right now, but if you've been watching prior episodes on YouTube, which you should go on YouTube, go to youtube.com, type in Love Like This or The Love Like This, and subscribe. Subscribe to our YouTube page because it's very fun and very sexy over there. And also, even last week, we did an episode where I included the pictures and videos of our experience in Jamaica for Jamaica Carnival. And how much fun that was, and that whole story was great in itself. Me and my wonderful fiance over here told an amazing story about how she did her first 420 Jamaica retreat, and then we drove from Montego Bay to Kingston, and with our two friends, I had an epic time. So, go over to YouTube and check that out. It was great. So, if you've been watching on YouTube, you would have seen that I've been wearing a cast for some time. I had to take it off because I had to do some things. I had to get this job, so I had to get that cast off just so get past the physical examination of my job. But I want to apologize because the reason why I got in that cast is because I lost my temper and I punched my cabinet. Me and Milah got into it because I asked her for her help, and how dare I ask a queen, a beautiful princess, the matriarch of our family, to even lift a finger to assist me? Am I a man or not? Like, why would I ever ask a woman to assist me in anything? I need to get up and do it myself, and if I can't do it myself, I just need to struggle through it.
That's not what I said.
No, these are my words, baby. Definitely not your words. No. Definitely not your words. But within this argument, not only was I was partially frustrated because I asked for help and I was denied by this beautiful queen right here. I also didn't want to argue, and there's just this weird point of just like arguing, but trying not to argue, but all your words come out sounding like an argument. Isn't that so crazy? But sounding like an argument, and I wanted to just, I didn't want to hit something, but I wanted to bang on something as like this like just a loud sound that would like just bring everything to a complete stop. That was the mindset behind it.
Okay. You thought you were a human alarm, or?
Yeah, yeah, but it was more so just a bang on something, and it really wasn't the argument. I feel like I told you this before, that it really wasn't an argument. It was just a frustration of life, and you know what? Let's go into that. The frustration of life, right? And what I've been going through that's been so frustrating. So, it all starts on my birthday, February 10th, 2025. Are you listening to me? I'm storytelling my experiences right now, right? I was having an amazing birthday. I spent my whole birthday by myself from beginning to end. I went to a spa, went to a dinner. I just chilled out, which is what I wanted because, you know, shit's been stressful. I've never had to look for a job before.
Where'd you go to dinner?
I forget. I never had to look for a job before because I started my career at 18 years old, and it got the pathway was set for me because I was very good. I went to a vocational high school. I was very good at my electrical class. They recommended me for something. Everything that I've ever needed, and I went straight into the MTA New York City Transit in New York. After that, for my promotion, that I just need to go ahead and apply because I was already qualified based on, you know, my skills and stuff like that. I have an electrical installation degree through high school, so I'm kind of like an electrician by trade. I can even go into that easily if I want to. But moving out to LA and no longer working for the MTA, I've had to really understand life as how everybody else understands life, with trying to find a job, with trying to maneuver through life and finances, with trying to, like, you know, pick and choose what to prioritize and what's not that important anymore in life, right? And so moving out here and those challenges for the last 2.5 to 3 years now was a struggle and a challenge, but you know, your boy is strong, so I've been making it through.
You live here for 3 years now?
It's coming up.
July 4th?
Yeah, June's gonna make 3 years. Yeah. So I got a call back on February 10th saying that I got accepted for this job. It will be a remote video editing job or something like that.
That was on your birthday, right?
That was on my birthday, little fuckers. So I started my birthday thinking that I have this job. Got this call back from this company. I got this job, baby. It's a great fucking birthday already. Like, woo. Now, the thing about this, why it was so detrimental to me, was because I was also overcoming a very long depression. But I felt all the worries and everything leave my body. I felt so at ease. I felt so much better. And then about a week after, I came to find out that the job posting was a scam. And that brought back all the stress and pressure. Now, about the thing about depression is and stress is one thing to, like, be in it and not even realize. I don't know if you ever experienced depression before, but it's like when you're out of depression, you're like, whoa, my room is dirty. I haven't been keeping up with myself. Like, you start noticing things that you didn't notice before because you're just in it. Now, when I felt that shit leave my body, that depression leave my body, and then come back because I found out it was a job scam, I then felt the weight of it, the actual weight of the depression, like, on my mind. So for me, it was one thing to just be going through it and just know I might be sad, I might be down or whatever. But it's another thing to actually know how heavy it's been weighing on me. So not only that, I had somebody in my life who I thought was my friend, who I thought was a friend to both me and Milah. I did some podcast production work for them, and they refused to pay my last invoice. They decided they no longer want to continue podcasting anymore because, everybody thinks they're going to make money off podcasting. They refused to pay my last invoice, and then upon refusal, they also wanted me to continue to do more work for them without them ever paying my last invoice. And the work that they wanted me to do had nothing to do with the invoice that they need to pay me. So it was a sense of betrayal, and it was a sense of just feeling like they were treating me in a manner that I didn't deserve. And on top of that, this is about my money, so I don't understand why we're even playing this game when it comes to my payment. So those two things, and the reason why that thing really weighed on me was because of how importantly I take my friendships and how importantly we take our friendships and how we treat people with genuineness and organicness and just kindness. So them refusing to pay my invoice and paying me money that I deserve, that I work for, was also frustrating. Now, fast forward back to this night where I'm arguing with Milah, I'm feeling the weight of these things like daily, and the stress of these things daily, which I didn't want to argue with my girl because I'm already fucking stressed out about other things, and she's not stressing me out, so I don't need us arguing about things to add on to the stress because I'm not stressed out when it comes to her, and she makes me feel better, and we were having a great fucking day. I wanted to bang on something to just cause a loud noise to just stop this whatever the fuck we were doing, this high bickering that we were doing. And I misjudged the distance of my kitchen cabinet. Within that misjudgment of my kitchen cabinet, I also misjudged how strong I am. I've been in the gym, stopped smoking. I have been, getting back. Well, not getting back healthy. I'm already pretty healthy, but I was getting back to like the strength that I usually have. And I swung on my kitchen cabinet. My kitchen cabinet didn't punch back, but I 100% lost that fight. I ended up with a boxer fracture and a dislocated pinky. So the knuckle of my pinky had a hairline fracture and is dislocated where my pinky is now underneath the knuckle. I'm not wearing my cast right now. It's been over 6 weeks, and I can feel that it's healed. But I do need to see an orthopedic surgeon because the dislocation is still there. Now, the reason why this is so detrimental is because...
Look at your little belly.
Oh. I don't even have a belly. It's just the ankle. That's so funny. The reason why this is so detrimental is because I've been going for a job where I need to use what? My fucking hands. And just getting out of this financial rut and getting into a better place, and knowing how punching my cabinet and fracturing my pinky finger could have really derailed all of this was very scary in thought. But this is why I want to apologize for losing my cool and hurting myself, which essentially can hurt us in a relationship. And then it also showed me how important I am to this relationship, because anything that happens to me could be very detrimental to us both. I've been holding that in to really express that to you for a while. But that's what's been going on with me, and how frustrating dealing with all of that has been. Any response?
Thank you for your apology. Appreciate that. I'm not a fan of damaging anything in my house. I'm not a fan of physical expressions of anger that are, I'm not a fan. I've been in situations where I've been hit, and I just don't really fuck with getting so frustrated or angry that you're hitting anything. I mean, definitely not me, but just in general, to me, that's a silent, like a the indication of violence, and I know you're frustrated and mad, but I also take great pride in my household, in my house, and now we have a broken fucking cabinet that I don't know how it's going to be replaced because I don't know how to replace the fucking cabinet. Plus, they're that weird lavender color because I don't know what the fuck the landlord was thinking when she painted the whole kitchen lilac. So even if it is replaced, where the fuck are we going to find that lilac-ass paint that she made all the cabinets? Anyway, yeah, I think that you might have to find a different outlet for your anger, your frustrations, or your stress. And I'm happy that, I mean, in the moment I was really fucking irritated. I did say that you asked for help a lot. And for more context, he was making dinner. He had taken some of the groceries out. We had just gotten groceries. And he'd been in there for a kind of a second, and I sat on the couch because he was about to cook. And then he's like, can you put the groceries away? And I was like, just finish it. Because I'm conditioned to just not to half-ass anything. That's no. Don't interrupt me.
Hold on.
Don't interrupt me.
May I please interject?
No.
Continue.
I grew up in a household where I heard, why you're half-assing? Don't half-ass a lot. Half-ass was a token coin slogan in my household. And I don't
want to interject, but can I ask a question real quick? No, it's not interject. I just want to ask a question. Do you think growing up in your household and your parents telling you that was like even healthy or something that you should hold on to?
I never looked at it as a negative thing. I didn't think of it as anything. I actually support the notion of not half-assing anything. The
reason why I asked is because this just sounds like parents just wanting you to not bother them with anything, because living in this world, what I've come to learn is that we all need help. We all need assistance in some type of way, and we all need community in some type of way, and nobody gets one thing done by themselves. And I realized that the Black experience of feeling like you need to do everything has been very detrimental to us, which is why I asked, like, do you even think like that's a helpful like notion to have? Because I've seen that not help anybody at all, feeling like they need to do everything, or they need to like this notion of like half-assing.
Like, I mean, I think half-ass is just like do it 100%. Like if you're gonna do it good. That's what I see.
But that's not the same thing as half-assing.
Well, anyway, he didn't put the ice cream away. He specifically was waiting for me to do. He's like, can you put some of the groceries away? And it's like, in my mind, I'm like, we have maybe 3 bags of groceries. You put half of the shit away. Specifically, why wouldn't you have just thrown the frozen things in the freezer or whatever? And I was just like, I feel like you asked for help a lot. And this is something, I mean, maybe it's just a me thing because of the way I was growing up, but like he'll ask me to come 2 flights of stairs downstairs to the garage to help him with grocery bags. And I get down there and it's like 1 extra bag he needs me to get. And I'm like, you could have literally got this last bag, but whatever. I understand, like, in your perspective, it makes you feel like I'm not a team player, but I mean, I feel like I am. And I feel like when I do something, I'll just do the whole thing instead of like breaking it up. And I think I chose the wrong time to say that because I think we had just gotten off an argument like the day before we had argued, and I mean we don't generally argue often, but I think for whatever reason that I can't even fucking remember what the argument was about initially before this was, it drew out for like a whole day. And I think when you're always generally in a good energy with your partner, when you're not, it's very clear, you know, like in our household, if someone's angry, like Luna's immediately like, what's up with you? So that was just my mind. And so after the punching of the fucking cabinet, I was extremely irritated. It was really hard for me to have any compassion, even though I was yelling. And then at 11 p.m., as we were supposed to be eating dinner, instead of eating dinner, we had to go to the emergency room, which is something also I hate, because who the fuck wants to be at the hospital? I hate hospitals. I definitely don't want to go late night. Nobody has insurance up in here, so we're going to definitely be last to be called on the fucking, I don't know if you guys have been in hospitals, but if you ain't got insurance, they're not prioritizing your emergency. And I was just mad as hell. I had to drive him. Then he had this cast. He's right. I was just considering, like, you had this interview coming up. They're going to see that you have this fucking fractured finger. It's going to affect your employment that you've been stressed out about. And it just really pissed me off. Not to mention, there have been other things in the house that have been broken by Orlando's anger and frustrations. And so I feel, and I've expressed this to you, that like maybe there's a need for anger management. Maybe there's a need for a meditation, just something to have an outlet to obviously channel your anger and frustrations, whether it be because just things outside of our household or just me or whatever the circumstances are. But I mean, you had to wear the cast for 6 weeks. You thought you were going to get it off in New York. You couldn't get it off. I know you were frustrated about that. You came to Jamaica. You couldn't swim really because you couldn't get it wet. So it's just been an ongoing. And then he had to come back from Jamaica and then do a physical interview in which I threatened his life and said, you better cut that shit off and figure it out. And he did, and had to go through an entire physical agility interview with a
endurance is the word you're looking for, not agility.
Whatever. He had to do it without the cast. And so it's been 6 weeks of, I'm sure, nothing pleasant that you've had to experience, because who the fuck wants to wear a cast in this climate for that long? So I hope that this, of and all things, has
been a learning lesson.
It's been a learning lesson. So in the future, when you get that angry, you find other ways and outlets to express however way you feel towards me, or just express yourself, because breaking shit and damaging shit in our household is not an option, and it doesn't do shit except fuck up the things that we pay for, a lot of money in expensive ass LA, and also damage your own self. And now you're in this position where you have to find a fucking orthopedic whatever and do all these things to make sure that you're in, you need your hands of all things. So that was an issue that we had, I guess 6 weeks ago, semi-recently, and it just went too far for like absolutely no reason other than fucking put the ice cream away, which seems like, the slogan, don't cry over spilt milk.
Yeah.
It seems like they're just like the cause and effect domino really got far away for something that was pretty minor and pretty stupid. And yeah, I could be very emotionless when I don't really care, and I was pissed. And so we've gotten past that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you apologized, and I apologize for saying you asked for help a lot. I maybe could have found a better way to express that, but I just didn't know any other words, and maybe a different timing. But
that'll come with emotional intelligence, baby. Don't worry.
I have emotional intelligence.
Right. Except you couldn't intelligently find the word that you needed.
What are you talking about? The word I needed for what?
You said you couldn't find the proper words.
No, it's not what I said.
You know this is recorded, right?
What do you mean I couldn't find the proper words for what?
You said you could have found better words to express yourself. How you
that's
felt.
not emotional intelligence. That's communication. I did feel that way. I wasn't lying. I felt like there's certain things that you ask for help that you could actually do, but you'd rather me help you. And I said I could have chosen better words to express that. I didn't say I didn't mean what I said. I meant what I said.
Listen, I'm just happy that we know that we're not a half-ass family, because there's definitely laundry in the closet that you folded but didn't put away, because you don't half-ass.
I did it because I washed it. I haven't had time.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm a busy woman. I'm a busy bitch, and there's two.
Well, don't half-ass.
And there's 3 people who live in the house.
Well, you don't half-ass it, babe.
I'm just telling you, it's not.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
Don't
the laundry in the closet that's folded that I washed is not melting.
No, you didn't wash that. I washed that.
You did not.
Yes, baby. Stop.
I washed it.
Okay, fine. Well, you washed it. Don't half-ass it. You washed it. You folded it. Now you put it away. Don't half-ass, babe.
The point is, it was not melting. The clothes in the closet is not melting, and no one is. There's no emergency. No one's gonna die from clean laundry. Sorry, guys.
One thing I say about you won't, even if you don't finish it, you won't ask for help to finish it. You'll just let it sit there until you decide to finish it, because you don't half-ass.
No, I also know that everybody in the house has eyes. And you've recognized that there's laundry in the closet, and you also have not put it away.
Well, I know that we're not a half-ass household, so I don't want to interrupt your half-assness.
Except when it comes to you, and you want to put one bag of groceries away.
Well,
want me to put one bag of groceries away.
I've come to learn.
Or he'll be like, we take Luna to school. He'll be like, yeah, but you make the lunch. I'm like, I'd rather just take her to school. If you stay asleep, I'm gonna make the lunch and take her. But if I stay asleep, you want me to get up and make lunch while you take her. I'm like, we might as well knock things off completely.
I've come to learn that we're not a half-ass family, so nobody in this house asks for help. Everybody just starts.
I didn't say don't ask for help. I just said if you are capable, complete the whole task, not 90%.
If in your opinion everybody's capable, then they need to do what in your opinion you think they should do, and don't ask for help. Understand? Anyway, is that the point of this part of this conversation? Well, what has been a great help and a beautiful insertion into our life was that we are now a part of the Progressive Love Academy as Kenya Stevens'
first ever couple to do pre-marital coaching, yes. Divorce-proof coaching, and not already married, divorce-proof.
Right. And it was such a beautiful, I don't know, connection and how it came together, and at the timing that it came in our lives. We were always open to coaching and premarital coaching and counseling. We've been just in the flow of me trying to find a job, which now that I'm trying to find a job, your boy has 4 jobs now. Now I went from having one job, trying to find another job. Now I got 4 fucking jobs. So I'm overly happy now.
From 0 to 100 real quick.
So we are now enrolled in premarital coaching, which is so beautiful, because why wait until you get to a point where you're close to divorce to then find somebody to help you out? Let's do it way in the beginning. Let's do it when we don't have any
fires, not when we're trying to put fires out.
Right. I'm a big believer in attending coaching, attending counseling, and attending therapy when you're in a good space in your life, not when you're in the negative or when you're in a when there's a
problem.
When there's a problem or detrimental.
Don't do it post problem. Do the work it requires before.
Right, and that is one way of making sure you never go down the road to proof.
Maintenance, not what is it? Maintenance, not.
Yeah. What?
Maintenance, not
fixing.
Not like healing, like maintain it so it doesn't. There isn't an issue versus when there's an issue having to patch up the wound.
Right. And we've been in this is our 3rd week now. This is our 3rd week now, but I will tell you that the first 2 weeks have been phenomenal and groundbreaking and clear and beautiful, because even times where I feel I might be getting frustrated or irritated and stuff like that, all I can hear is like the coaching that we've had and the steps that she wants us to do, and the venting space that she wants us to create, all the things that she's been teaching in just like these 2 weeks. And it's only been 2 weeks, but it's been a very impactful 2 weeks, and it's been great.
It has. It's been like a lesson in how to communicate when things are not easy to communicate, and how to hear each other, and how to let your feelings be expressed, and how to hold space for the other person. And I think a lot of us haven't been really given the gift of like communication in a way that is effective. So it's been really nice to kind of sit in with other couples that have been married and have been together for a long time, and also like gain these tools and these communication tools that obviously like we're great, but we lack, or else we'd have better ways to express ourselves other than hitting things. So yeah, shout out to Kenya.
Yeah. Oh, and then even after we do, so we have a group session that we have to do once a week, every Thursday. And after those group sessions, we do a live YouTube
one-on-one with
Kenya. And it's all just been phenomenal. I think that we've accessed like the cheat code by being the first premarital coaching couple that she's ever done.
Shout out to the Progressive Love Academy.
Shout out to the Progressive Love Academy, and shout out to Kenya Stevens.
You guys have to go look at her YouTube. They're recorded there, and you see her coaching us, and you'll see it. It stays up there, and we after every course, Orlando and I go one-on-one live with her on YouTube, so that you can kind of see the one-on-one aspect of it too. It's a pretty small group anyway, but like it's really nice to just actively see her correcting us and see us learn this new form of communication in real time.
Yeah, it's been beautiful. Every time we peak in our relationship, or we're at this high point, I always think to myself, I know this is about to get better, and I can't wait to see how it gets better. And we are definitely at a new high right now, and I can't wait to see what the next high and the next level up is going to be for us. But yeah, thank you for sticking through and being there, and us holding true to ourselves, and always wanting to work and be better, and always communicating, and me having emotional intelligence, and you having some intelligence and something, and try to find your words the best as you can, even if you don't like people to ask you for help. I still love you.
I love you too. Even if you break shit in my house because you're frustrated and you're not thinking about how is this help anything except hurt the home that we pay for and work hard for. Thank you.
Yeah, but we truly we've become way better, and I can even like I said before, when I get frustrated, I can hear the teachings and the coaching that she's given us. So I don't even feel myself go down the road of this frustration of when I want to hurt something else. So, but yeah, I love you, baby. And I can't wait for us to complete this 12-week couples course. And I love doing things with you. You are definitely my one and only and favorite lover.
Thank you. I enjoyed doing this class with you too. And I know we're about to go to Costa Rica and do this couples retreat, which I think is going to be really fun. So it's nice to work together on our relationship and on outside projects and on this. So it's a learning. Relationships are a learning in every capacity, whether it be professional or romantic. And it requires that you be willing to grow and to learn. And it's sometimes difficult, and it's also beautiful when you can reach those levels of expansion with somebody that you love.
Yeah. Deep breath.
You guys want to do some Milah moans?
I love when we try to do a Milah moans per episode.
You too can take this home with you and do a little strong, deep inhale and release with sound. It doesn't have to be solely moans, or not only for the bedroom, but move the energy.
And if you want to do some moans and more, my beautiful wife to be over here is a certified tantric practitioner and sexologist. So, hit her up.
Call me.
Hit her line. Get some one-on-ones going. My beautiful wife to be takes one-on-ones. She'll help guide you through a bunch of things. Wait, I want to see if I can guess them all. Like, things like trauma, right? Things like any issues you're going through with family, friends, financial. There is always a way for you to breathe, different modalities, ways to move your body, all the basic things to help you heal. And I emphasize basic because healing is not a complicated or a complex thing to go through. The world has made us feel like you have to do all this grandiose type of things just to find some type of healing. And healing is always simple. You never should have to go through leaps and bounds and hoops and jungles just to heal yourself.
We're all self-healing.
Mm-hmm. We love y'all, and I love you, baby.
I love you too. Bye.
La 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 like this.